Now, we're only 5 days away from Election Day. You've got control of Congress hinging on just a few neck-and-neck Senate and House races across several battleground states.
Yeah, and there's also a number of widely watched contests to determine the governors of several states. Republican incumbent Brian Kemp is looking to win a second term as Georgia's governor by defeating Democratic challenger Stacey Abrams. Both candidates have shattered previous records for gubernatorial campaign fundraising in Georgia.
Joining us now from Smyrna, Georgia, is CBS News Congressional correspondent Nikole Killion. And Nikole, we were seeing some clips as we were coming to you. You've sat down on these campaign buses, which is quintessential election time footage, with Stacey Abrams and Governor Brian Kemp, both weighing in on the issue of abortion on top of many voters' minds. What did they tell you?
Yeah, well, good to be with you from Smyrna. And of course, it is that season where the candidates are constantly on the go. So that's why we caught up with both of them on their campaign buses. And, you know, abortion is just one of many issues that these candidates have tangled over. It was quite a flashpoint during the debate when Governor Kemp was pressed on whether or not he would impose further restrictions on abortion if he's elected to a second term. And so I asked him more specifically on that issue. Take a listen.
That is what my focus is on. It's not going to be on doing any other abortion-related legislation.
So does that mean you're not going to pursue additional restrictions?
That's what I've said multiple times. And in the debate the other night, all I said was I'm not going to comment on a specific piece of legislation that I've never seen. But I've been very clear about that issue. My focus is on the future. We passed the heartbeat bill 3 years ago. We're still battling that in court. You know, I support that. I support the rest of the agenda for us to protect lives in our state.
Do you take him at his word?
I believe Brian Kemp intends to expand his prohibition on abortion. I believe he intends to ban access to certain forms of contraception because he said so. He has also signaled that he would be willing to put limits on IVF. He said so. We know that he praised the Texas system that allows bounties on women who have had abortions so that their neighbors can report on them and make money. He has made it difficult in the state of Georgia for women to survive.
So as you can see, there is still quite a wide gulf between the two candidates on this issue and part of their closing arguments to voters in these final days before Election Day.
And, you know, Nikole, one of the other things that we've seen these two candidates really sparring over, that we've even seen here in New York, some of these campaign ads about safety, security, and defunding the police, in which they allege that the other isn't being entirely truthful in what their platforms have to say. What did they tell you about that issue?
Well, you know, on that issue, and again, that has been a hot button issue between the two of them, not only in debates, but, you know, in campaign ads. And as you mentioned, you know, this is something that we have seen time and again across the country in terms of Republican candidates making this argument that Democrats are soft on crime and trying to defund the police. And so here in Georgia, it is no different. And so I asked Stacey Abrams if she thought that the governor had taken that argument too far.
I think he's lied, and he's lied repeatedly, and despite proof to the contrary, he continues to lie because he believes that that will resonate. But what I understand, having traveled the state and talked to people of every stripe, people understand that we want safety, we want law enforcement, but we also want accountability.
She said she would defund the police. I mean, I told people in the debate, though, and it's not what I said. I'm just repeating what she said.
So do you think she's lying on this issue?
Well, I'll let people decide that. I know I'm not.
So once again, really seeing some differing views between these two candidates on this issue. You know, again, Stacey Abrams emphasizing that she does support law enforcement, but believes that there should be some accountability. But Brian Kemp, the governor, as you hear there, pointing to some past comments that he says that Stacey Abrams made, and they've also, you know, had disagreements over, you know, Brian Kemp has made a point of saying that he's endorsed by more than 100 sheriffs here in the state, whereas Stacey Abrams has 0 endorsements. And again, Stacey Abrams has been quick to point out that she does have support of some within the law enforcement community. So again, that continues to be a flashpoint between these two candidates, among other issues, including the economy, health care, and other topics.
Yeah, so much vitriol, and in this rematch, apparently we see that even more than we've seen it in some other places.
In the commentary back and forth.
Joining us from Smyrna, we just enjoy saying that, Nikole. Errol and I have been practicing it all day. Smyrna, Georgia. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Nikole.
You got it.